Hey everybody, welcome aboard. So I have a little challenge today. I'm trying to remove some stumps, and these stumps are in a bonsai garden where it's surrounded by rocks and all sorts of stuff, and there's a fence around here and yada yada. So there's no way to get a piece of machinery into my backyard to be able to remove these stumps, so I got to dig these things out by hand, and that's where the challenge comes in. These are my three stumps: Larry, Curly, and Mo. And needless to say, they're stubborn. These were hollies, and the roots are incredibly solid. They don't go too deep, but the roots are a pain in the butt. I've tried everything from chainsaws to pickaxe to sledgehammers to everything but burning them out, because I really don't want to do that in my yard because I have AstroTurf all over the place, and I don't want any fire to spread or sparks or anything like that, so we're going to leave that idea alone. So I did some digging around on YouTube. Of course, that's the go-to for everything from changing a car tire to fixing a heart attack. And basically what I found was a guy that was digging up some shrubs with a Sawzall and an 8-inch blade. And I figured, well, my stumps are way bigger than that, so what if I just used a bigger blade? All right, so that's what I did. I bought 12-inch blades, and we're gonna have at it and give these stumps hell. Let's see what happens. I have the first one done, and you can see where I made the attempts at pickaxe and chainsaw and everything else. And I just got done with the Sawzall part, and I can't believe how well that actually works. So here we go. I'll show you on another stump what I did. Step one, pull back the rocks, cut back the fabric. Because Sawzalls, they don't mind metal, but quite frankly, they hate rocks. On this one, I'm starting to cut back about 4 or 5 inches from the trunk. I think I've got a good root system there that I can get around, and I'm going to put the Sawzall into the ground at about a 45-degree angle to try to get towards the center of the trunk. I might not be able to get all the way to the center, and that's fine because the roots kind of go out instead of down. So if I can get in the foot that I have on that blade, then that's going to be a great way to go. I'm going to take a little pry bar, and quite frankly, on the first one, I invented a few new swear words, which I can share those in a different video. But yeah, let's get that in the ground about 45 degrees. We're going to go in as deep as we can all the way to the hilt, and then probably take a little pry bar and pop it right out. I just cut a full circle around the stump. Again, that was at about 45 degrees, and this guy's loose already. Look at that. Oh, don't even need the pry bar on that one. Fantastic. That was about 30 minutes, and only used one blade, so that's a pretty good day. All right, so here's the last one. Laid a hammer down there for a reference so you can see how big this thing is. And this isn't going to be as easy as the other ones, but it's not a lot bigger than the very first one I took out, so let's go. So here's another angle of it, and quite frankly, I'm doing this because I'm just wasting time. I'm in the middle of Texas, and it is 105 degrees today, but I want to get this done and over with because it's going to be 105 for the next month and a half. So, all right, now let's go. So this last one has become a little bit more of an issue. I've got this big mass of root right in front, so I had to dig a little bit of it out. I'm going to back the blade off. We started out at about 4 or 5 inches from the trunk. I'm going to back that out a little bit further to try to get into smaller roots, but we should still be able to get it done. And oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, don't forget, safety first. A little issue with this last one. The blade was not long enough to get to the center of the root, and I've got something in there that's holding me up. I can pry all the way around it. The trunk is loose, but I had to hammer in some wedges around the outside to create a bigger gap down here, and then I'm going to try to get a saw in there that's longer than the Sawzall, and let's see if that works. There she goes. That's it. Still have some little feeder roots down there. I can chop those out pretty easy now. And she's out. And there you go. I didn't think I'd be able to get that out, just a 12-inch blade. But with a pry bar and some wedges, I got it done. All right, so there you have it. They are done, and I could not be happier. So how long did it take me to do this? It took me 3 days of screwing around, and then once I learned the secret, it took me about 2 hours to get all 3 of these stumps out. One of them is 24-inch over here. This one is 21-inch, and this one here is 22-inch. And that's where the cut line was. Now the actual size of the trunk itself, you probably got about 10 inches, 5-6 inches, something like that. But anyways, that's what it took. Take a look at the bottom of this trunk. You can see where the big ones are. These big roots, these are actually foot roots. That does nothing but hold the tree in the ground. And then when you come down to the very bottom, this is the very center under the trunk. These are the feeder roots, and that's where the water is absorbed into the tree. So anyways, I get the important part is getting off these big foot roots. That's the big thing that you have to cut. The little feeder roots, if there's any left over, they'll tear out pretty easy. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and put in a stump killer, and hopefully that will stop the roots from growing little trees back into the area that I don't want it. Should kill the roots, and if they start to rot, that's fine. That's okay, because we're going to be putting in some kind of a decoration here, and just getting rid of the trees, that's all. So what did this cost me? This cost me 3 days of wasted time, and then 2 hours of absolute genius. Whoever the guy is that was doing this online that showed me on the bush, again, the YouTube guy, I lost the channel, so I can't find him again. And kudos to you, sir, for helping me out with this, because it worked. It just worked like a charm. It was wonderful. Just to kind of recap, I had quotes of some professionals that were going to do that, and they wanted up to $600 and $700 to come in and dig those out because they couldn't use a machine in the backyard. So they were going to charge me a fortune. So I figured I was going to just do it myself and just work it out. So I got a pack of 5-pack of the 12-inch Sawzall blades. It was about $27, and I trashed 4 of them, which is perfectly fine. I was expecting to trash more, but that's okay. I'm perfectly happy with that, and did a fantastic job. I couldn't be happier. So I guess the lessons that I learned from this, I've got some more stumps to remove, and they're smaller, so it's going to be way easier than the ones that I just took out. And I'm kind of looking forward to doing them. So anyways, number one, be safe. I just kind of went at it willy-nilly and started cutting at the roots. I didn't go at it with a metal detector or anything, or do any planning to see if there's something down there I shouldn't be hitting. So don't do that. Number two, keep the Sawzall at a 45-degree angle. Again, about 4 or 5 inches away from the trunk itself. Keep that solid angle. Get all the way to the bottom of the saw itself. Get that full blade in there. And number three, never fart when the camera's running. So all right, have a good day, and good luck on your projects.